So it's July 2018, July 10th is the date today, I believe. And this is how the garden looks today. We had a pretty cold winter last winter. It got down to about 10 degrees Fahrenheit here, so I did lose a few plants, some of the experimental plants that I had. The Washingtonia robusta and the Camerops humilis that I had grown in the lower garden both succumbed to the cold, as did to the little Pindo palm that I had planted over there. It died. The larger Pindo palms in the area all survived, but that one, I guess, just didn't make it. It was a little too cold and it wasn't quite established. But we'll take a quick look at things, see how everything's going this year in the garden. It's summer. I haven't made an update for a long time. Here's the ice cream bananas. The large stalk, you can see the remnant right there from last year. I left it in the ground all winter. It had flowered at the end of last year and there was no way I was going to get any fruit. So I just let it sit in the ground, and basically everything died back to the ground. It was all in the ground over the winter. About January and February, March, we had a long drawn out winter too. So the plants didn't really start to make their appearance until April or so. And this is how much they've grown since then. So they're quite large now, well over my head. And there's 4 of them there, so they're doing quite good. And I've got citrus. This is a Meyer Lemon I bought last year, towards the end of the year. Brought it through the winter, and it flowered during the winter, and now these are the fruits that have set. It's got quite a few lemons all over it that have set from the winter time. So hopefully by fall this year I'll have some nice lemons. This is a grapefruit. It's flowered, but it did not set fruit. I bought it towards the end of last year as well. This is the little Meyer lemon I had since last year, or 2 years ago. You can see it's got a nice lemon forming right here. Nice lemon growing here, and another one right there. So it's got about 3 or 4. There's actually another one right there and another one here. So 5 lemons. This small one here might drop. And this is a Satsuma mandarin. It's got lots of fruits on it. I got it towards the end of last year as well, brought it through the winter. It flowered, and now it's just got lots of little mandarins, easy to peel mandarins growing on it. Trachycarpus is doing great. It is very large now. It basically grew all through the winter, never stopped. And I got some air plants growing on it. You can see this one here is flowered. Gets that nice red coloration to it, and then the purplish flowers come out. This air plant here is also flowered. You can see the stalk there. That's a Florida native hybrid. The Bromeliads are also flowering. This is one that I bought last year from Tropiflora. Brought it through the winter. They're doing great. I actually got some more Bromeliads because they're so much fun. These ones I've had since last year. This is the Sarasota Sunday. Doing great. These are new here. I love the coloration on these. They look really great. Really cool. And we've got some more Broms over there on the other side of the Trachycarpus. I just kind of have them surrounding the Trachycarpus. They do fine. Canna lilies have flowered. This is a spent stalk here. They've gotten quite large. There's a flower in there, you can see from one. Nepenthes are doing fantastic. Stored them in the garage over the winter time. Brought them back out probably about March or so. And they've been sitting here. They come in the garage for about 3 months. You can see new pictures forming. The pictures here. Here's a large one right here. Very nice picture on there. See if I can get that to focus. Yeah. Very good. All new growth. Lots of new growth going on. Cannas, I got a Ladyfinger here. My epiphyllum has done great this year. I had all different varieties flower, red, white, setting fruit down there. Got some Christmas cactus out here and Dracaena plant. This Nepenthes is set traps too. This is the Sanguinea. And this is a Ventricosa. It's got a few little traps down in there. The new growth, it flowered. I've cut the flower stalk off and it hasn't really made any large traps yet. But it's got stuff starting, so. And the red Nepenthes up here, it's got lots of traps on it. This thing loves to produce pictures. It's also the most cold sensitive of the, you can see some of that damage there. That's actually from the cold when it got down into the 30s or so at night and I had left it sitting out here. That guy's flowering a lot. I brought it through the winter too. We'll go up here real quick and get on the other side. Sago Palm in the pot. This is a Sable Minor here. It's doing really good. It's kind of getting crowded by the cannas. I might do something different than cannas next year. We'll see. I don't know. Because I got more cannas here that are all flowering. This calla lily. I didn't plant this here. This was just here when I moved in, and it's flowered. The flowers look horrible right now though, but they were really nice earlier in the season. Ladyfingers have returned. See if there's more of the canna flowers. The hardy hibiscus all returned. They've been eaten up by sawfly, hibiscus sawfly larvae, which I haven't sprayed anything on them. Hummingbirds chirping up there in the tree. There's a color of that flower there. Rhopidophyllum's doing good. Carnivorous Plants here, Sago Palm. It's doing really good. It had some scale on it, which I cleaned off. This is either a very large Sable Minor or a Sable Palmetto. I haven't been able to determine it just yet. I think it might be Palmetto though, but I'm not certain because just the way it's growing and these fronds as they are getting larger are becoming more and more costopalmate. They're starting to get that V shape to them, much stronger V shape. We'll see how it develops over time. The cacti are doing really good. The Koya, or Choya, not certain how to pronounce it exactly. It's the cylindrical prickly pear, Cylindropuntia. They're just doing very good. The other hibiscus here has been flowering a lot. You see spent flowers and new flowers. These are the ones that opened today. They're starting to close now. But it's also been attacked by the sawfly larvae. Just eating up these leaves. I haven't sprayed them with anything or done anything because I don't really want to affect the pollinators, you know. So there's a bee working on the echinacea. Carnivorous Plants did great this year. They were really beautiful earlier this year. You can see here some of the older pictures. Got a hummingbird on the feeder over there. See if we can look at him. He's sitting on the far side of the feeder. There he is. See when he flies away. I've been getting so many hummingbirds on these feeder. There's a wasp there flying around them. The wasps like to drink the water out of the Bromeliads. There he goes. It's pretty cool. They're fun to watch. They frequent that thing. There's multiple hummingbirds that go to that feeder. I just set that up this year. I usually don't have that. Sable Minor here is doing good. This is a Sable Birmingham that I've had in a pot. I could put it in the ground here, but I wanted to keep it in a pot because they're hard to come by. And if I move, I will plant in the ground because eventually I do plan to move sometime. More Sarracenia. More Sarracenia over there. The elephant ears. Tropical hibiscus here. The Madagascar palm leafed and then it stopped and the leaves fell off and now it started to leaf again. So I don't know why it did that this year. Usually it would have a full set of leaves up there by now, but something had bothered it, or I don't know. I haven't really changed its care. I might repot it, give it some fresh soil, see if that helps it out. Over here we have the starfruit. It's gotten extremely large and the branches are becoming really drooping. They droop down almost basically onto the ground. I haven't seen any flowers yet, so it hasn't started to produce any fruit. This is my second year with that plant. The Trachycarpus seedlings I have started to develop palmate fronds. I need to divide these guys and get them in their own pots now. This is a Mule Palm that I have growing in a pot here. I'm keeping it potted, of course. It wouldn't survive here in the winter. These are Sago Palmettos that I collected seed off of in Pensacola. And this is a Sable Minor from Georgia, Monticello. I also have another. Here he is. This is a Sable Palmetto with seed that I collected in the Bahamas. So it's doing good. That's a Washingtonia fallifera. And the Dwarf Ladyfinger bananas. This is my third year with these or so. Or it will be my third full year, third full season. They're getting quite large. And then the Dwarf Cavendish banana is very large. I'm hoping this stalk will fruit this year. We'll see. It's kind of my goal with those. But yeah, everything's been doing pretty good. I did lose a few plants over the winter, which is always sad, but it's to be expected. But yeah, that's just a quick look. I'll probably make another update in a little while. I'd like to go, make individual plant updates and information on them and how I care for them later on. But yeah, just a quick look at the garden here in July.